All right, welcome to an awesome special hockey episode of Retiring Well with your special guest here, Uncle Sam. Today we're going to be talking about avoiding penalties, staying in shape. We're going to do a little kid interview, talking with a bunch of future hockey players and current hockey players, and then also wrap it up with Selly time, how to enjoy your retirement. You don't want to miss this one.
Retiring Well, brought to you by Centennial Wealth Advisory, financial advisors specializing in retirement planning and serving all of Northern Michigan. Retiring Well, helping you plan for a successful and comfortable retirement. Retiring Well, plan to retire well.
Hey, welcome to an incredibly special hockey edition, Retiring Well, helping you plan to retire well. Nick is a great sport. A little background on this little outfit right here is my wonderful mother-in-law is an incredible seamstress, and what she did is she made this costume for me so that on the 4th of July I could water ski around Lake Misaki in Lake City. And so we just kind of put it away. Well, as clients and retirees and anybody that has any kind of tax-deferred money, as we try to teach them, there is a certain seriousness to Uncle Sam being a part of your retirement planning. And so Nick was super gracious to dress up as Uncle Sam.
I don't know about that. More like force, but that's okay.
And we're just going to go through about costly mistakes that people make in their retirement planning. Costly mistakes that they could avoid if they know stuff. And so that's where we're going to spend a little time talking about some of the costly mistakes. And if you stay tuned to the very end, you're going to see Uncle Sam in action, because I think watching that, you're going to see like that you might feel what you see, okay? You might be empathetic to what's going on. Here you think you're just going along your way and everything's going great in your retirement, and then here comes Uncle Sam, bam, okay? And can check you into the boards. Or, you know, when it comes to a tax return or a tax surprise, a tax bomb, those can be incredibly costly mistakes. Those are hard lessons to learn. So, Uncle Sam, I mean Nick, do you have any stories where you had or helped somebody avoid some costly tax mistakes?
Yeah, so just recently I had a client who has a very high net worth, and he's also blessed enough in that he's got a great pension, okay? But most of his assets, in fact about 90% of his assets, are in a 401k or a pre-tax account. And he's retired young enough, but what we're thinking about here is the future and those required minimum distributions, okay? So for him, they're gonna start at age 75. And at that point in time, he's really not gonna need much of that income at that point. So Uncle Sam, me, is saying, hey, at age 75, I'm gonna force you to take out about 4% of that 401k balance. And that client, he doesn't need it. Okay, so what we're talking about right now is doing Roth conversions for him. But there's lots of other situations that apply to that as well.
And here's a visual. I similarly just had a meeting yesterday with a client out of Big Rapids, and they were concerned about their required minimum distributions. They were 71 years old, and so we talked to, hey, yours, because you were born before 1960, it's going to be when you're 73. If you're born 1960 and later, it'll be 75. When you turn 75. And they were trying to understand what they might have to be forced to do and then what options they can do. One of my first questions were, do you like to give, right? Is there a charity that you support? And they said, well, yeah, we tithe every year, you know, every month rather, to our church. I said, okay, cool. You're 72 years old, and you know, eventually you're going to have some money that Uncle Sam's going to force you to take out. There is something that's called a qualified charitable distribution. And if that money from your tax-deferred account, your traditional IRA, goes directly to your nonprofit, 501(c), Uncle Sam gets to be bypassed. And so they weren't quite getting it, and so I have some silly things from my old classroom days. Okay, it's Klunder cash, it's fake, okay, so don't come after me. Yeah. But normally, when you take distributions out of your tax-deferred account, here comes Uncle Sam. Hey, whoa, well, maybe. Okay, and now here's your after-tax money, and it goes to the checking account, and then they give out of their checking account. And I said, okay, well, what if we did this? What if instead of going to your checking account and having Uncle Sam be a part of it, what if you did a qualified charitable distribution, and because you're going directly to the nonprofit. Uncle Sam misses out. It's not a taxable event to you, and you don't have to do any tax withholdings. And so qualified charitable distributions, any nonprofit, well, we're standing here at the Wex, okay? You could see what these benefits of a place like this is, and you could say, I have some never money that I'm never going to spend, and I'm going to be forced to give away. Maybe I want to look at a qualified charitable distribution and do that. But more importantly, if you don't have a good tax plan, okay, that's proactive, he's a part of your planning, whether you want it or not. So that's where you want to sit down and talk with somebody that cares about you and cares about your future.
Yeah, and that's something that here at Centennial Wealth Advisory we offer, okay? It's not just investment planning, we also do that tax planning. We've got a guy right on staff that's all he does. He does tax planning. So,
and I promise you, Luke will be so proud that Uncle Sam just got through an episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.
You've worked hard. Plan to retire well. The success of your retirement depends on a sound plan. If you are retired or nearing retirement, we invite you to an informative live event to help you plan to retire well. There is no cost and no obligation, and dinner is on us. We are Centennial Wealth Advisory, financial professionals specializing in retirement planning and serving all of northern Michigan, with offices in Traverse City, Gaylord, Petoskey, and Cadillac. Our presentation will address important topics such as inflation isn't dead yet, how are you protecting your retirement income, Social Security shortfall, when was the last time you stress tested your retirement plan, how potential tax changes could affect your retirement income, what portfolio moves can you make to protect your assets in bumpy markets, smart estate planning to minimize taxation, and much more. Call 888-608-5825 or register online and choose the date and location that works best for you. Tuesday, April 1st at Boone's Long Lake Inn in Traverse City. Wednesday, April 2nd at Lakeside Charlie's in Cadillac. Or Thursday, April 3rd at Treetops Hunter's Grill in Gaylord. The live event starts at 6:30 p.m. and is free to attend with a complimentary gourmet dinner to follow, but seating is limited and tends to fill quickly. Call 888-608-5825 or register online to reserve your seats today. Don't miss this important live event to help you plan to retire well.
Hey, welcome to a super special hockey edition of Retiring Well. We're here at the world-renowned Cadillac hockey rink and activity center called the Wex. And we're joined here with Mike Harth. He has been so gracious here to host us, let the kids get out on the ice and kind of cause some havoc. But today we get to talk about staying in shape. Okay? And so when my wife asked me, hey, Jack, you need to get in shape, I always say round is a shape. Now, hockey has a way of getting rid of that, isn't it?
absolutely it does.
Yeah. So you got to see some good bag skating, and you got to see what kind of shape we're in. But we're going to talk to Mike about different activities that the Wex has to offer anybody sitting here in northern Michigan that might want, to get off that couch and get into some activities. So, Mike, what are some different things that you have as an option here for us?
So starting with the small kids, we offer a Learn to Skate program, which is kind of a free introduction to hockey and skating in general. And that graduates into learn to play hockey, and then you can also go into the CAHA programs, the youth programs. We have men's league, women's league, we have open skates, we have drop-ins, private rentals where you can just come and families will rent the ice and get some exercise in and time together. So you name it, on the ice side, we have quite a bit.
Okay. Other than hockey, is there anything else here at the Wex that they can do to stay in shape?
So we also have a 20,000 square foot auditorium next door where we do pickleball, indoor walking. Families will also rent that facility to play basketball, cornhole. Yeah, I mean, the opportunities are endless over there.
Yeah, I love pickleball.
Now, do you get to play in any of this stuff, or do you just have to run it all?
I do the men's league. I'm in my 30th year of the men's league, so that's lifelong friendships there. But for the most part, I operate the facility and try to, we're also trying to incorporate new summertime events in here as well when the ice is out to utilize that space as well.
So if somebody's sitting at home, how might they be able to get some information? Is there a website, a phone number? What kind of information can they go get on the internet?
So you can go to thewex.com, and that kind of encompasses everything that we have here. You can also shoot me an email at letsgotothewex@gmail.com, and we can answer all the questions you have.
Awesome. Now, Nick, as you do a lot in the healthcare planning, right, and people are coming in with their own healthcare concerns, right? How do you position somebody that might be, maybe 64 years old, they're going to retire at 65, and they don't know anything about their healthcare plans? What do you advise there?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, and that's often a struggle for a lot of people that want to retire, right? Because they've had that employer health coverage throughout their whole employment, and now they're retiring and it goes away, okay? And so if you retire under the age of 65, you're left with one of two options. You can either go on to COBRA, which is a continuation of your employer health coverage, but you can only do that for 18 months. So if you retire under the age of 65 by a few years, you've got to be forced to go onto marketplace insurance. So here at Centennial Wealth, not only do we do, investments, tax planning, estate planning, income planning, and so forth, but we're licensed health insurance agents. So we can help you navigate all things health insurance. And, what's your wealth without your health?
Awesome. So maybe going back a little bit to Mike, you've been playing in this men league for 30 years. What's kind of the age range of your team, and what kind of things have you felt the benefits in your health by being playing hockey still?
Our team, we're do a 30 and over league, so the youngest would be 30, and we have guys all the way up to their mid-70s playing.
Wow.
So it's a good group that fits well together, and it gets you off the couch. It gets you out and about. Work up a good sweat and good camaraderie with the guys. And it's good.
Yeah. Now, in this over 30 leagues, is there any ever kind of scuffles on the rink? Does it get competitive? You got any big?
Playoffs are coming around the corner.
Okay.
Guys are starting to set the tone here. So
nice.
No, it's fun. So
yeah, that's cool.
Well, if you have any questions about your health insurance when you're retiring under the age of 65 or even over the age of 65 and going on Medicare, or if you want more information about this great complex here in Cadillac, please don't hesitate to give the number on the screen a call and schedule a free, no obligation consultation.
So, Mike, thank you so much for all the hosting of all the activities and for jumping in very spontaneously to join us here on Retiring Well. So we hope you enjoyed the show, and again, stay in shape.
In our ongoing effort to provide quality financial education, we are now offering a free downloadable white paper titled Tax Strategies for Retirement. Learn about tax reduction strategies that can help you reduce your liability and increase your cash flow. Simply go to cen-wealth.com, scroll down and click the link Tax Strategies for Retirement to receive your free copy of our valuable and informative white paper, Tax Strategies for Retirement. You've worked hard. Plan to retire well. The success of your retirement depends on a sound plan. If you are retired or nearing retirement, we invite you to an informative live event to help you plan to retire well. There is no cost and no obligation, and dinner is on us. We are Centennial Wealth Advisory, financial professionals specializing in retirement planning and serving all of Northern Michigan. with offices in Traverse City, Gaylord, Petoskey, and Cadillac. Our presentation will address important topics such as inflation isn't dead yet. How are you protecting your retirement income? Social Security shortfall. When was the last time you stress tested your retirement plan? How potential tax changes could affect your retirement income. What portfolio moves can you make to protect your assets in bumpy markets? Smart estate planning to minimize taxation, and much more. Call 888-608-5825 or register online and choose the date and location that works best for you. Tuesday, April 1st at Boone's Long Lake Inn in Traverse City. Wednesday, April 2nd at Lakeside Charlie's in Cadillac. Or Thursday, April 3rd at Treetops Hunter's Grill in Gaylord. The live event starts at 6:30 p.m. and is free to attend with a complimentary gourmet dinner to follow, but seating is limited and tends to fill quickly. Call 888-608-5825 or register online to reserve your seats today. Don't miss this important live event to help you plan to retire well.
Hey, welcome to an awesome little episode of the Kids and Hockey and Awesome Answers. So, Easton, if you could play on one NHL team, who would it be and why would you play for them?
Probably I'd play for the Edmonton Oilers because it's always been my favorite team, and probably to play with Connor McDavid because he's the best NHL player.
Love it.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, Noah, I got a question for you. What's your favorite NHL team
The Detroit Red Wings,
and why?
because of Dylan Larkin.
Ah, all right, cool.
Good guy. All right, Roman, if you could meet any hockey player, past or present, who would it be and why would you want to meet him?
I'd say Wayne Gretzky because I just like to know more about like him and his work ethic.
And do you remember any quotes from him?
I'm pretty sure it was like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Awesome. All right, Breck, if you could start a business to save for retirement, what business would that be?
I would use the one I currently have, the Beach Bums.
And what do the beach bums do?
They clean beaches.
Nice. Do you make any money?
Yes.
And do you help people?
Yes.
Nice. What's the best part about that entrepreneurial spirit?
You make money and help people, and it's really happy to see their faces when they're done.
When the beach is all cleaned?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right, Cooper, what do you think your grandparents do when they're retired?
Well, my grandpa, he probably gets wood for the wood stove,
Yeah, there you go.
and my grandma cleans the house.
Okay. What about like fun things that they do in retirement?
Watch TV.
Watch TV, all right.
What about coming to your hockey games?
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Ellie, if you could retire today, you wouldn't have to go to work, wouldn't have to go to school, what would you do with all your free time?
Play hockey, maybe?
You'd play hockey, and what else would you do?
If I had kids, I would spend time with them.
And if you had kids, you'd spend time with them. That's really cool. All right, Justin, I got a good question for you. What's one thing that you'd want to save money for in the future, in your future?
A Bugatti.
Nice. Riding in style then, huh? Cool. Keep working at that hockey and get signed.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, Morgan, what's one thing that you would save money for in the future?
Probably like lots of land to hunt on.
Nice. And what are you going to be hunting?
Deer.
Only deer? You got any other animals?
Turkeys.
And turkeys. All right. Do you do that a lot?
Yeah.
Are you pretty good?
Yeah.
Have you ever missed?
No.
Oh, nice. Got a sharpshooter here. All right, big question here for you, Ashton. What do you think is more important, having a lot of money when you retire or having fun while you're working?
Having fun while you're working.
And why do you think that?
I don't know, because you just enjoy your job more, and it's not like all about the money.
Awesome answer. So, Micah, let's just pretend that you had $1 million right now. Would you spend it, would you save it, or would you invest it?
Invest it.
And what would you invest it in?
Hockey.
Hockey. That's about the cost of hockey. Good job. That's the right answer.
If you are nearing retirement or already retired, we invite you to an informative live event to help you plan to retire well. Call 5825 or register online and choose the date and location that works best for you. The live event starts at 6:30 p.m. and is free to attend with a complimentary gourmet dinner to follow. But seating is limited and tends to fill quickly. Call 888-608-5825 or register online to reserve your seats today.
Hello, my name is Virgil Hughes. I'm a financial educator with Centennial Wealth Advisory. I would like to take a moment to speak directly to the human resources managers and business owners of Northern Michigan. I understand that not everyone is going to be familiar with Centennial Wealth Advisory. We are a financial advisory firm with deep roots in Northern Michigan. We have offices located in Traverse City, Gaylord, Cadillac, and Petoskey. We are unique in the financial advisory space because of our focus on education. This commitment to education is evidenced by our informational television series that's been airing on all the major networks in Northern Michigan for well over a decade. We are focused on the whole person and take a truly holistic approach with our clients, as we are sure you do with your employees. Through our work with thousands of clients in Northern Michigan over the last 25 years, we've learned a lot. The top 3 areas of concern we hear from the residents of Northern Michigan are worries about their physical health, their mental health, and their financial stress that they experience. The American Psychological Association published an article in November 2023 that stated 72% of Americans reported feeling stressed about money at least some point in the prior month. This means that most of your employees are negatively impacted by financial stress. And this not only hurts their ability to perform well at work, but it really impacts their lives outside of work as well. And this is where we come in to the picture at Centennial Wealth Advisory. An opportunity we provide employers is an educational financial workshop. We host these at your company and have them set up as lunch and learns, where we provide lunch for your employees and address the financial concerns that are causing them stress in their lives. The workshops are interactive, and we welcome questions during the educational discussions. If you would like more details on this service that we provide or to schedule a lunch and learn for your team, please feel free to email me directly at virgil@cen-wealth.com. Thank you for taking the time to view this message, and we look forward to working with you and your company soon.
In our ongoing effort to provide quality financial education, we are now offering a free downloadable white paper titled Tax Strategies for Retirement. Learn about tax reduction strategies that can help you reduce your liability and increase your cash flow. Simply go to cen-wealth.com, scroll down and click the link Tax Strategies for Retirement to receive your free copy of our valuable and informative white paper, Tax Strategies for Retirement.
Hey, welcome to this awesome hockey edition of Retiring Well. Hey, it's time for you to celebrate. You worked super hard, you got the win, yes. All right, and it's celly time. You're gonna see some incredible cellies with these kids. They practice those, okay? They love that. You know, because it takes a lot to be able to get that puck in the net. You know, there's so many things that are in your way and trying to stop you from making that happen. And that relates to retirement quite a bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot to be able to retire, right? You've worked for 30, 40 years of your life, and now you're done, right? So now what? And so often I see clients where they're kind of afraid to spend that nest egg that they've worked so hard for. And, you know, I want to kind of flip the script on that. You know, you've worked so hard for this nest egg. Don't be afraid to spend it. So do the things you want to do. Set goals. You know, oftentimes I have clients where, you know, they do want to leave a legacy to their kids, grandkids, and so forth, but they also want to experience, you know, that legacy with them in a sense. So maybe they'll go on trips or something with all the kids and grandkids as a way to, you know, leave a legacy while they're still living. But the big point here is, set some goals and use the money that you worked for if you want to.
For sure. We help coach people in their spending. You think about it, for 30, 40 years, they have done nothing but go without. They save more than they make. They don't do some of the things so that they can prepare for retirement. And then we watch them as they transition into retirement, have that same kind of mindset, and they're fearful, maybe fear first thinking of, well, what if I run out of money? What if I lose all my money? And then we say, okay, well, that's what a good plan does, is to prepare, getting those goalies in the net, getting a defense, getting a income plan, a tax plan, healthcare plan, estate plan. Get all those things in good order, let you then start to loosen up a little bit. In fact, Leah, for my birthday, she had watched me coach so many of my clients into spending money. She actually got me a hat and it says, "Spend Coach," okay? So I have it right in the office here in Cadillac, because every once in a while, I'll hear them say, yeah, I really want to do this, or I really want to do that, but I'm worried about spending, too much money. And I'll say, all right, it's time. Yeah. Spend Coach on. In fact, I have a funny story, Nick. I was just on the phone yesterday, actually, and I heard some noise in the background. And this client was asking if they could afford to purchase, kind of upgrade their house. And so, we did the whole proactive plan through the whole portfolio, realized, yep, they're in a great position to do that. So I call them. And I hear them, and they say, yep, I know you hear some background noise, but I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm listening to your coaching. We're spending some money. We're on a cruise for the next 10 days, so don't bother us. And then we'll call you when we get back, and we can make something happen for that awesome upgrade. So it's just cool to see people actually listen to your coaching, right?
Absolutely.
But what do you see like the biggest fear that they have as they transition into retirement and then into spending and into kind of, enjoying some of the fruits of their labor?
Yeah, it is, well, am I going to run out of money, right? That's the big question. And if you have a solid income plan, it kind of provides that peace of mind where you understand, okay, where am I getting the income from, and how much can I really take safely to make sure that my portfolio lasts throughout retirement. We use the old golden rule, the 4% rule, okay? So, let's say that you have, $500,000 saved for retirement. You're pulling 4% from that. That figure, if you take that annually adjusted for inflation, that should last you throughout retirement. Now, if you pull more than that 4% rate, well, then you have a higher probability of not outliving your retirement, okay? So if your income draws to meet your needs, plus, have fun in retirement, don't go past that 4% rule as a general rule, then you should feel safer about, doing the things you want to do in retirement.
What we get to do is work with clients from all over that spectrum. We have clients that they just want to be front porch sitting. They bought a house in the woods, and their piece is just being able to look out into nature, and their cash flow contentment is so strong, they don't want anything extravagant, but they want to maximize what they have and protect what they've earned. We get to help them with that. And then we have clients, they still have cash flow contentment, but they are risk on, okay? And they want to keep scoring those goals, and we can help them too. So thank you so much for watching. I hope if you're sitting there in retirement that you're having a great retirement. And if you have any questions, always no cost, no obligation, you can give us a call anytime. Thanks for watching.
Hey!